18-year-old Jesus Ayala and 16-year-old Jzamir Keys were seen giggling, conversing, covering their faces from media, and flipping off the Probst family.
They walked into court giggling like it was a school prank, flipping off the murdered man's daughter just feet away. At 18 and 16, Jesus Ayala and Jzamir Keys thought killing a retired cop for fun was a joke they'd laugh off. But as the judge stared them down, their smirks faded, and the hammer of justice was about to crush them forever. This is Young and Guilty, where teen thrills meet lifelong chains. If you're braced for the raw suspense of courtroom payback, subscribe now, hit the bell, and let's expose this nightmare. Picture a quiet Las Vegas morning, August 14th, 2023. Andreas Andy Probst, 64, retired Bell, California police chief, decades dodging bullets, now enjoying simple rides in Centennial Hills. Fresh air, clear mind, just him and his bike. But two strangers in a stolen Hyundai? They were hunting, not for sport, for laughs. Ayala behind the wheel, Keys filming shotgun. Already hit a 72-year-old cyclist on Fort Apache. He survived, called 911, but they sped on, giggling, scouting the next. Spot Probst in the bike lane on Tenaya Way. Ayala accelerates. Keys rolls tape. Yeah, hit his ass. Suspense builds. Will they swerve? No.
Ready? Yeah. Hit his
Slam. Probst flies. His cracked Apple Watch pings emergency. Hard fall detected. By help's arrival, he's gone. Blood force trauma. Dead.
But Ayala and Keys? Dump the bloodied car, steal another, keep the spree. More hits, more laughs. Hours later, cops nab them. Phones spill it all, videos of thefts, reckless drives, the fatal strike. Intent clear, laughter louder. Viral posts seal their doom.
The first hit and run around 5 in the morning.
That chilling laugh you heard? That's them celebrating a kill. Grainy footage shows the car veering straight for Probst. No accident. They filmed their own confession. Evidence? Airtight. Autopsy confirms execution by vehicle. But the real gut punch? Their courtroom arrogance. Probst's family, wife, daughter, son, front row. His cracked watch on her wrist as a silent scream. They crave remorse, get mockery instead. Ayala and Keys whisper, smirk, laugh like it's recess. Ayala flips off Probst's daughter, bold, in Judge Jacqueline Bluth's face. No shame. Post-arrest body cam, Ayala boasts, I'll be out in 30 days. Just a hit and run, slap on the wrist. Officer warns, you're going adult. He shrugs.
Is it really that serious? Yeah, it is.
The grand jury also saw Metro body cam footage revealing Ayala joking around with an officer and even making requests during his arrest.
You should buy me something to eat. Something to eat? Why?
Ayala also repeatedly asked how long he could be detained in jail and seemingly expected easier treatment as a juvenile. He was 17 on the day of the crimes.
Hopefully for probably 20, 30 years.
20, 30 years?
And I'm not lying, I'm not being dramatic.
You think this juvenile gonna do something? I'll be out in like 30 days. Like, ah, bitch.
You might be out of juvie in 30 days and moved over to an adult jail. Because that's how bad it is.
It's just a either one slap on the wrist.
Defense pushes brain damage for Ayala, youth leniency, competency evals, dismissal motions, no premeditation proof, media bias. Prosecutors counter with videos. This is intent. This is celebration. Judge Bluth shuts it down. I'm offended by that conduct. No dismissal. Suspense peaks. Will age save them? They plead guilty. Second-degree murder, robbery, battery. No trial. Evidence too damning. Sentencing day, December 16, 2025. Family statements shatter the room. Wife, you broke my life's foundation. Daughter, how can you laugh after destroying us? Son, this evil changed everything.
Well, simply start off, I miss my dad. There are days, even 2.5 years later, after the act, that I come home from work, or maybe it's a day off, something happens, and I just wish my dad was there. Whether it's something that I'm having problems with at work, or an issue with somebody, or just someone to talk to life about. One thing about my dad that I really, really do miss is the fact that he had a very calming presence. Whenever you were around him, and you could be all up in a tizzy, and within a 5-minute conversation, you're back down on earth. Now, I don't really have much to say because I think my brother covered a lot of it, and I think my mom's going to cover the rest. But at the end of the day, I miss my dad. All of my friends, as of lately, have started getting married. And so that means I've been going to a lot of weddings. And I can't help but to think anytime I'm there that, so these are experiences that were robbed from me. Whenever I see my friends getting walked down the aisle by their dad, or their first dances, or even my friends who are starting to have kids and seeing their parents around, my dad will never get to experience that. He'll never have the opportunity to walk his little girl down the aisle and give her away. He'll never have the opportunity to hold his first grandchildren.
Another cyclist survivor calls it pure evil.
Ayala's lawyer claims remorse. He accepted the max, that's proof. But the smirks? Gone. Reality bites. Judge Bluth unloads. Your actions show no empathy. This was heartless.
When we look at that body hitting that windshield, and I look at the things that were said, like, hit his ass, go, 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 maneuver, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready, hit his ass. And then the body hits the windshield, it hits the sidewalk, it rolls away, and one suspect says, hey, blank, that N-word got knocked out. I'm so offended by that conduct. So offended that when you saw that body hit your windshield and roll away, the first thing you can think was, oh my gosh, what have we done? And you just kept going and doing more and more illegal things. Clearly, I know you know now it's much more, a slap in the wrist. But there are no words that can convey the pain that you two have caused. And I recognize you've had different full lives up to this point. I have. I've read your records and I get it. And I have fought a long time for kids that came from backgrounds like yours. But there is no excuse for what you two have done and the damage and pain that you have caused. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, as to Mr. Keys, you are hereby adjudged guilty of the crime as to count one, murder in second degree with use of a deadly weapon and battery with use of deadly weapon. As to count one, both parties stipulate to a prison term of 18 years to life in the Nevada Department of Corrections, which would be 10 to life for the second degree murder and then 8 to life for the deadly weapon enhancement. As to count two, both parties stipulate to a prison term of 4 to 10 years to run concurrently. That would be a term of 18 years to life. In regards to the restitution, the total amount is $10,777.97 for the medical and funeral expenses, and that goes to Mr. Probst's family, Crystal Probst. Restitution has been shown through the receipts. In regards to Mr. Jesus Ayala, C377588-2, and I apologize, I need to put the correct time served for Mr. Keys, which is 819 days. As for Mr. Ayala, the parties have stipulated he is adjudged guilty in murder in the second degree with use of a deadly weapon and battery with use of a deadly weapon. The sentence is for Mr. Ayala is a minimum first degree murder, a minimum of 10 years on the second degree murder to life, with a deadly weapon enhancement of a minimum of 8 years, which brings that to 18 to life. And then as to count two, both parties stipulate to a prison term of 2 to 10 years in the Nevada Department of Corrections. That will run consecutively to count one for an aggregate term of 20 years in the Nevada Department of Corrections, so 20 to life.
Hammer drops. Ayala, 20 now, 20 years to life. Keys, 18 now, 18 years to life. Parole possible mid-2040s. Maybe. No guarantees. They walk out chained. Case closed. That raw emotion? Family confronting killers who mocked their pain. Judge polls no leniency. Second-degree pleas lock it. For clarity, 20 to life means minimum 20 years before parole board. 18 to life, same for Keys. Juvenile status capped it, no full life without. But Nevada law held firm. Age no shield for murder. Aftermath. Family sues Hyundai. Ongoing 2025. Push juvenile reform. Harsher for violent teens. Probst's legacy? Anti-crime advocacy. Ayala and Keys? Miami correctional shadows. Regrets may be sinking in. Was this justice or too soft for filmed murder? The gavel echoes. 20 years to life. 18 years to life. Smirks wiped. Deputies lead them away. No more laughs. For those who missed the legalese, they serve the mins before any parole shot. Could die inside if denied. Empathy lost. Lives ruined. Young and guilty. Teen crimes, adult fallout. Comment, justice served or too lenient. Like, subscribe, bell on. Next case drops soon. Stay guilty of curiosity.